We're nearly out of whisk.
Getting in their way.
Don't worry, I've got a clever idea. You moron! Now the book is unguarded!
You use your wrists as well, so it's at least half your fault.
Probably more. It never ceases to amaze me. I find something fun and interesting, and as soon as you get involved, it's ruined. You invited me up here. You told me to take a drink. Well, that was a mistake, wasn't it? And I realise that now, don't I? Mum!
I knew I would find you two getting up to no good.
What are you doing here?
Never mind. You've been reading from that book again, haven't you? And do I smell ale?
Yes, on Max. He had rather a lot, actually. You snitch! This is why I never want you around.
You get down off there this instant and march straight back to your graves, and you're not getting any supper!
Oh, Mum! We're sorry, Mum. I told you we'd get in trouble. No, you didn't.
Thank you for finding my sons, and for getting that book away from them. I don't know how they could have got their cold dead hands on it, but then I don't really want to know. I have nothing to give you, except this advice. Don't have your children buried near you, especially if they're anything like mine.
Kinda wanna upgrade my will a little bit. Guess it's a bad idea to be exploring this place.
Welcome to the Sanctuary.
Can't remember exactly how to get here, but it's actually a pretty cool place. I think it's like an Easter egg of some sort. Sadly, you have to travel to places before actually being able to buy any of the stuff on it located there. I guess this counts as being there. Although there is a flit switch here I'm interested in getting.
My lady.
Yay!
Hello there.
No, please. Your Highness, I don't know what I did. remember Sam and Max, don't you? Well, their ghosts are back, and having the time of their, deaths.
Oh, gosh, I don't know what to say. Hi.
Buy your wares here. The shop owned by one of Albion's most famous adventurers.
Ah, it's our mighty queen.
How does it feel shooting that thing?
Oh yeah, I love golden doors.
Welcome to the Sanctuary.
This cave has some pretty cool resources in it too. Oh, I guess not.
My lady.
Hey there, Your Majesty.
Feel free to look around.
Hi there. How can I help?
Oh, hello there. I've been waiting for someone like you to come by. Someone who could help me. It's about my husband. Well, my late husband, that is. I said goodbye to him right here as he went off to fight in Morningwood. He was a soldier, you see. I know he's buried nearby, and I'd really like to visit him, but it's too dangerous to make the journey alone. If you wouldn't mind, would you escort me to his grave? You will? Thank you so much.
Woohoo!
I'm ready when you are. It really is most kind of you to look after me like this.
What in the world? That's interesting.
I hope you know how to deal with hollow men. There's a good chance we'll run into a few.
The Queen! Or as Daddy says, the big cheese!
Oh my! Look out!
Crazy how many of them spawn.
I would so like to see his grave. It's been so long. Can we go now?
For someone who's in a hurry, you sure do move slowly.
He was a good man, my husband.
What in the world is this? This is driving me crazy. I'm telling you.
handsome lad, my husband was. Very dashing in his uniform. I shall never love again, not like I loved him. Why did he have to be a soldier?
This is weird. This trail is really throwing me off. And this is the weirdest bug that I've ever experienced, like snail pace.
Hollow men! I would so like to see his grave. It's been so long. Can we go now?
What is going on?
It's been a while now since he was killed, but I still miss him. Every day.
Yippee!
I would so like to see his grave. It's been so long. Can we go now?
Obviously you do not want to go.
Never marry a soldier. That's what they say. Off all over the place, leaving you at home, worrying if they'll ever come back alive.
Watch out! There are more hollow men!
Thank you for your kindness in bringing me here. I just need some time alone with him. You can go now. Thank you again.
Hello.
Do you believe in animal rights? Well, do you? You'll do it? Oh, thank you so much. If we don't help those defenseless animals, then who will?
I've been going through a rough patch these last few decades.
Ready to serve, Your Majesty. Madam?
If I had a friend like you, I could tell them secrets. Like that I'm gonna stack.
Look at the money bags on this one! We're gonna be rich! That was some kind of fire spell.
You little ugly rat!
That's some kind of magic storm.
Oh.
I wish I could cast spells like that.
Money great cat!
Kill them before to shoot someone else. I should have brought some marshmallows.
What did you eat?
Oi! You keep shooting at me. Someone's gonna get killed.
Great,
Salt eyes. Yeah, too bad for you I'm wearing my flame.
I could use a good laugh.
Don't worry.
I had a doggy once. Had him with mash and mushy peas. Oh, I didn't notice you there. How'd you like being so insignificant? You're going to make some man very lucky. If he likes ugly birds with no personality! You should go somewhere nice and peaceful. Like a cemetery!
This
Sure is a
is
beautiful
for
day.
you, Your Majesty.
Except where you're standing.
Oh, no, you've probably already got
I'd like to come round to your house for tea. And then I'll have your mum. I can't decide whether I like your looks or your personality better. It's like comparing mud to suet.
Wait.
I think your weapon might be bent.
It's all
Oh,
right.
no, wait! That's you!
No! Don't kill me, please!
Winter's my favourite season. I love the snow. And that's when most people die. Seeing?
This girl would have to be damn good to beat us all. She can't be that good, can she?
Gonna take more than a stiff breeze to put me down.
You are so right. So pure.
Aren't you that saintly tart? Always trying to make everyone feel guilty.
Nice weapon you've got. What are you? Compensating for something? Are you lost, lady? I can direct you to the nearest kitchen.
Is this the end? The end of everything?
Oh, noble one! Maybe you're the one who can save the world.
Apparently they're enemies. I don't see them. Somehow I can't put my gun away either. For some reason this game just wants to be glitchy on me tonight. Just for no reason. Sorry, chickens. Can't save you today. Unless I do that.
You may have your hand now, but it's gonna take more than a stiff breeze to put me down. I'm sorry. It's all been misunderstanding, really. You like to pick up random men, is that it?
Just like invisible.
This isn't how it was supposed to go! That's some kind of magic storm!
What in the world?
I think the Grim Reaper is standing at the shop.
I swear. I mean, I guess I could fast travel, but I kind of want to solve this mystery.
This girl's kicking our ass! It's gonna take more than a stiff breeze to put me down.
I guess I'll go somewhere else in Bowerstone and just kind of make my way back here.
Ah, hello.
Everything all right, Your Majesty?
We ain't giving up. We never give up. Well, usually.
Finally. All that work just to save some freaking chickens.
You freed them! You absolute darling! Thank you so much. You can leave the rest to me. I'm going to build some kind of animal hotel, I think. 5-star, of course. With lots of food and games and fun and stuff. It'll be like a little animal paradise here on Earth.
If you could round...
I just realized I've never been to the Bowerstone Market.
I'm a wandering trader, trying to get to Brightwall Village. But the route's become infested with marauding renegades. They're bound to rob me and kill me, or kill me and rob me. I'm actually not bothered about the order. You look pretty tough, though. Could you escort me there? You'll take me? Thank you. I'll make it worth the trouble, really I will.
Oh no, not this bug again.
As a kid, I wanted to be an adventurer. That or a herpetologist. What's the hold-up? Let's be on our way. I've been a wandering trader all my life. My mother was too. Adam?
Welcome to the Sanctuary.
What's the hold-up? Let's be on our way. Couldn't tell you who my father was. Nor could my mother, actually. Let's go. Can't you feel the call of the open road?
I think I'm gonna skip
What's
this
the
quest.
hold-up? Let's be on our way.
Yeah, maybe when I restart my computer, be able to do them tomorrow, but for now, I don't think that the escort quests really want to work for me.
Oh, hello there. Wow, it's the Queen.
Well, stamp my renewal. Oh, thank the gods of documentation. The Academy will continue to grow just as your father envisioned. Whenever you find a book in your travels, bring it to my desk, and I will give it a good home. I know of several that exist and have already prepared displays for them. All you have to do is to place them accordingly. Another book for the Academy. How wonderful! Well done! You found one! Each book should have a corresponding display, as you can see.
Ah, hello.
Well, hello there. I could use your help, you know, cleaning up the streets. I'm ashamed to admit it, but we've had a rash of jailbreaks, and not enough men on duty to track the criminals down. If you could help us out, I'd pay you for your time. Just find them and drag them back here. No doubt they'll put up a fuss, but you can handle it, I'm sure.
This is a good time for...
That's great. With your help, we'll get the criminal scum off our streets.
No, it requires escort.
That's all I'm letting you hold. Gah! Okay, you got me, bugger.
Extra special.
Ah, are you ready to go?
The Queen. Wow.
Weapons in all shapes and sizes, just for you!
Cool. The Queen. Wait till I tell Mum about this.
Okay, let's make a deal. You let me go and I'll tell you how to find the legendary sand goose. But I'm innocent, honest. You didn't see nothing incriminating.
This one they nicknamed Bandit Ben, the Bowerstone bra thief. Women's breasts everywhere will heave a collective sigh of relief now he's back behind bras. I mean bars. Excellent work. You've earned this. Here's your pay.
Pretty, please. Pretty, please. Oh, hello there.
We've got something for every budget.
An incredible win by Two Wings Timmy, who managed to cross the finish line before any of the other racers.
We're here to serve.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Were you always this cool looking?
Hiya.
A
Us shopkeepers like to give special discounts to
We're
special
owned by a
customers.
real adventurer. So, you know our goods are good. I'll be your true pal, if you give me a hand. Do us a favour and get something for me, will you?
Oh, I want to take your till.
Get drunk with the skunk with my merry line of wines.
Sail now
I'm
on.
sure you've all got a fair bit of gold in your pockets, so don't be shy about spending.
This is a good time for selling stuff. Everyone's got gold to burn.
What's the manliest stuff you got in this place?
Hello there, Your Majesty.
I'll be your true pal, if you give me a hand. Do us a favour and get something for me, will you?
At your service, please.
Kill you first. Buy a drink.
My lady.
Who's 10 years?
Greetings,
Slap
my
on some
lady.
makeup. Is it true in it?
Welcome to the Sanctuary. Your special gift is still waiting for you to open it. Surely you've had...
I'll be your true pal, if you give me a hand. Come back if you have anything else to sell. That's a fine item. Thank you for your custom. I hope I can make a profit on that. Happy to be of service. Always happy to buy your unwanted items. Thank you for your custom. Happy to be of service. Thank you for your custom. Happy to be of service. That's a fine item.
Hope you can afford my prices.
Your Majesty, I'm so chuffed with your room. Come back if you have anything else to sell. That's a fine item. Always happy to buy your unwanted items.
Any other business to attend to?
It's kind of a disgusting quest. Gotta get a pair of underwear.
Reva rules! Reva rocks! Oh, I love Reva's smelly socks. I just love
would
Reva.
like smelly
I adore
socks?
him. He's just so great. So, oh, you know, just so scrummy and hot. I've got a great Reva collection. Handkerchiefs, signed books, one of his beards, a hat, a pair of trousers, even a photograph, though it is a bit bloodstained. Anyway, I've got loads of Reva stuff, except one thing. One special thing. His underpants. I know, it sounds weird, but I really want a pair of his undies. And they can't be too fresh either. Best place to look is in his old mansion, where he used to live. Apparently, there was a secret room or something, off his bedroom. His pleasure chamber, apparently. Might have left a pair there. Really? You'll try to get a pair of his undies? I can't believe it, that's great!
Only for 5 guild seals.
Ah, hello.
My queen?
Why is there a chicken in a giant cage in his bedroom? So how am I stealing if this is my house now? That's what I never got.
My dear Reaver, you're a sallow-faced, peanut-brained jackanapes. Yours sincerely, Arthur.
Welcome to the Sanctuary.
Each book should have a... corresponding display, as you can see. As I said, if you find one of the missing books, just bring it back here.
My dear Saul, you're an odd fish and no mistake. Possibly a trout.
Oh, thank you. From my cousin, is it? She's always sending me odd things she finds around the house. Although this one does look quite intriguing. I shall have a closer look when I have the time.
Starting to run out of good quests. But the good news is I'm starting to make a little bit more money because I bought a lot more businesses and houses and whatnot.
Wow! His underpants! You did it! How fantastic! I'm so happy. My collection is complete.
I guess I can do a little bit more of the Weight of the World quest. So I'll do the one shifting sands now.
Seeing you brings back memories of wanting my eyes gouged out. I can't decide whether I like your looks or your personality better. It's like comparing mud to suet. Are you lost? Can I help you starve and die? Said it before and I'll say it again. I hate you. I'm not like those mean gnomes. I'm a million times worse. You're funny. But looks aren't everything. You seem like a very nice person. Sometimes I just want someone to talk to. And sometimes I want someone to... Hey, you little...
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
Ah, hello.
Well, I hate that I can't teleport out of this quest.
Majesty.
Madam?
Your Majesty.
At your orders, Mom.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? Or perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account? I would marry this diamond if I could. Think how precious the children would be. A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, Your Majesty. Bravo. The Treasury is looking rather sickly, wouldn't you agree? We must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the treasury high. Is it really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that gold go to help the children who have already been born? Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the Treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely your decision, as always. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day. As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reaver's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
At your service.
All stand to attention for the Queen of Albion.
Greetings, most humiliant.
This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reaver will dispute her cause.
You may speak. Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival. Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded and the building has fallen into disrepair. Invest in the shelter and orphanage, and perhaps we can begin to create a better future for Albion's forgotten people.
I could not agree more. The city and its people are in dire need. But it is not charity they require, it is love. I propose we use this dilapidated building to help both them and ourselves, for love and money have always gone hand in hand. Let us inaugurate Bowerstone's first brothel.
A brothel?
Brothel, bordello, whorehouse. The name is unimportant. What matters is that the people get the love they need, and we get their money.
Yes, it's for your majesty to decide.
The poor of this city have suffered enough. We will renovate the shelter and orphanage.
The Bowerstone shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own. Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Riva Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue. The disposal of the city's waste. Riva will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear it is not merely the stench of the underprivileged. Bowerstone is beginning to have a serious waste disposal issue. We require an inexpensive and efficient solution, and I believe I have hit upon one. Now, currently, part of our waste is being disposed of in the Morningwood Marsh. With very little effort, Riva Industries could redirect all of the Bowerstone sewer system to flow directly into that region. As you know, it's a desolate place with no financial or cultural value to the kingdom. There could be little discussion as to the logic of this decision.
Hang on, this isn't right. Not right at all. We're all children of the soil. It's in our hearts, it's in our blood. It's under our fingernails. What I mean is, we're all equal when it comes to dirt, like. From dirt we come to dirt we go, yes? We who reside in Morningwood have as good a claim to being clean as anyone. And what of Morningwood itself? Its nature spirits, its woodland elves, and water fairies. Do they not deserve freedom from pollution too? Don't destroy paradise with your urban dregs, man. Channel the waste. Be one with the cycle of life. You have all these, like, factories and stuff, don't you? Turn one into a, you know, what do you call it? One of those things, a sewage reclamation facility. Right on.
What shall you decide, Your Majesty?
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The Queen has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The Sanitation Committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You were in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best. There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Riva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
Majesty.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yes!
Wow! Yippee! Hello, superhero.
Greetings, my liege.
It's not every day a queen walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here.
You had a lot to do with it, Paige.
Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
Way!
The Queen! Or as Daddy says, the Big G!
Ah, hello.
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. But if you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The Queen, no less. Have at her, fellas.
We're gonna dunk your head in your own blood.
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorised individual.
Love the way you rule the kingdom, Your Majesty.
Ah, it's the great ruler.
Greetings, Mom.
Awaiting your command, my lady.
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Killer! Fast!
I love killing rich folk like you, lass. It's so rewarding.
Watch it, boys! This little arsewort is a wizard.
My dear Bob, you're a
Throne's gonna
ruthless
be cold
crook
tomorrow
and a
without
big
your
booby
arm.
as well. And since you are...
She's using magic!
I'm not signing this letter so that I can remain anonymous. Yours...
They kidnapped me! Please let me out!
We're all gonna die eventually. You're just gonna die much sooner.
Don't get too close! That's just natural, that is.
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my patriots shall brutalize your person.
There you are, then. Want some more of that?
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
That pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot. But that's for the Queen to decide.
You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
I'm sorry to say we are falling well short of expectations. The treasury holds nowhere near enough gold. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol they can purchase per day. As you can imagine, this has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption wholly abolished among the commoners. They feel, rather reasonably, that it leads to improper behavior and raucous public spectacles. These concerned nobles are willing to pay handsomely for the change in policy. Meanwhile, the commoners themselves would like the restrictions completely lifted, claiming they infringe upon their freedom and their rights. You cannot please everyone, Your Majesty, but you must make a decision.
I think I'm gonna go bad on this one and just restrict their alcohol. That's an easy one.
I admit to enjoying a snifter or two from time to time, but then I am an educated individual. It is the rabble who cannot be entrusted with such a privilege. The residents of Millfields will be most pleased. They will find it money well spent, and I find it money well received. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead. Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
Long live the Queen!
Madam.
So, what's today's judgment about?
All stand to attention for the Queen of Albion.
Very exciting. We're going to see how the country is run.
Today you decide on the status of the Brightwall Academy, Your Majesty. Samuel will speak for the town and its scholars. Reaver will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, it was your father...
The Brightwall Academy will be open to all who wish to learn.
The Brightwall Academy shall be reopened, and Albion will once again have a free centre of learning.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. This is the start of a new day for us all.
Very well. I will make the arrangements at once. Stimulate your intellect in the newly reopened Brightwall Academy. Suckle the knowledge from the land's greatest minds and avail yourself of the best library ever assembled. Everyone, from the most impoverished genius to the wealthiest idiot, is welcome. Brightwall Academy. Whatever you earn, it's the place to learn.
The court summons Page and Reaver. The matter before you today is the future of Bower Lake. Reaver will offer his proposal. Page will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, a recent survey of Bower Lake has found that the waterbed is rich in valuable metals. Now, as amusing as it would be to make workers hold their breath as they mine these resources, I fear it would be impractical. Instead, we have no choice but to dam the river and drain the lake of all water. Once that is done, we will have a ready-made quarry, ripe for the plucking. It will be a pity to disfigure the landscape so close to my former home, but it is a sensible course of action in light of our current needs.
Bower Lake is the last piece of natural beauty remaining in Bowerstone. It belongs to our history and should be protected. Don't take it away from us. You'll be taking away part of this city's soul with it.
Oh, really?
Now that we've finally freed the people of this city, are we going to destroy the one place they can find peace?
The decision is yours to make, Your Majesty.
Page is right. We must protect our natural resources. Bower Lake is to be left untouched.
The Queen has ruled. Bower Lake's natural beauty is hereby protected by order of the Crown.
Thank you. Let's show the world Albion is worth defending.
Is a pretty view worth more than a treasury full of gold? I bow to your greater wisdom. As someone whose home has overlooked the resplendent Bower Lake, I am pleased to declare the official protection of this natural wonder. May its water drown anyone who doesn't appreciate its beauty.
I trust the court was not too dull today. In any case, I'm confident your final task will be most enjoyable. A loyal and wealthy member of our community has offered to make a sizable donation to our treasury. Her only request is that you go to Millfields to make the collection in person. A perfect chance to stretch your legs, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
I should probably hold off on this quest. Just because if I do this one, I think that kind of starts the back-to-back quest, you know, that I can't really escape from.
Nothing to report, Your Majesty.
At your service.
Yippee!
Majesty.
Hello, madam.
Your Majesty.
Hello.
I just need to find some chests to loot.
Many have sought the elixir of immortality, the secret wisdom of the ages, the hidden lore that the Emerald Tablet speaks of. Fewer fans.
Welcome to the Sanctuary.
Anyway, my hands are starting to hurt and I'm kind of getting a bit tired, so I guess I'm just gonna call it quits for now and maybe continue a little bit tomorrow.
Woohoo! Ah, it's
So hope you all have a good night and hopefully I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching, by the way.
Hello, ma'am. At your orders, ma'am. My queen? There are a lot of folks round here I could do without.